Hello students, I am Suruchi Jain, your English language teacher. Today in this video, I'll tell you some alternate words and phrases for 5 common words and expressions that we use in a daily conversation. The first thing that may come to your mind is, why alternate words or phrases? See, the answer is simple. We tend to get bored when we keep on listening and speaking the same words again and again over a period of time. So, just to make the conversation simple yet different and interesting, you can use the alternative words or phrases in place of 5 simple words. So I'll start now. First expression is tired. I'm tired. It is the most basic way to express fatigue or tiredness. But alternative words can be exhausted. I'm exhausted. The word exhausted means very tired. I felt exhausted after cleaning the house. The other word can be drained. I am drained. This expression is used to say that all our energy has left our body. I feel drained after working all weekend. You have been working day and night for the project. You must be drained. Other expression can be, I am burnt out. This expression is only used to show that we are tired because of doing something over a long period of time and all our energy has been used up. This expression has the feeling that we have lost our passion or desire to do something. I think I need a vacation. I feel burnt out. But remember, we cannot use this with short-term things. For example, I ran for an hour today, I am burnt out. This would be incorrect. Instead, say, I ran for an hour and I am exhausted. Another expression could be ready to drop. This expression is used to say we are so tired and nearly too exhausted to stay standing. I have been shopping all day with my mother. I am ready to drop. The next most commonly used word is sorry. Sorry is not just a word, but a very important expression, and all of us use this word very often. So instead of saying the word sorry, you can say mea culpa. The pronunciation is mea culpa. It's a Latin phrase. Nowadays, people use mea culpa to apologize or take responsibility for wrongdoing. And you might see this phrase in newspapers. For example, to apologize for misinformation or to withdraw a statement made in error. For example, the witness wrote a statement of mea culpa after he was caught lying in court. The other example could be the politician's public mea culpa didn't satisfy the crowd. The public was still against him. The other, expression can be my bad. My bad is a very casual expression and should only be used in casual speech or, among friends. For example, I lost your book. My bad. I'll buy you a replacement. The other expression can be pardon, I beg your pardon, or pardon me. This expression is used to express polite apology. It is used to say that you are sorry for doing something wrong or being rude. Pardon me, I didn't mean to offend you. Formal apology or informal, what matters the most is how we speak the words. Students, sitting idle must be very boring for you, in all this quarantine period. And it's boring to use this word boring again and again. So now you'll know other ways to say this word. First expression or first word, instead of saying boring, can be tedious. If you describe something such as job, task or situation as tedious, you mean it is boring and rather frustrating. For example, The tedious job simply ate me up. The other word can be dreary. See, if something is boring and it makes you feel sad or hopeless, you might describe it as dreary. I had spent another dreary day in the office. A word that emphasizes that something is boring because there is nothing new or different about it is humdrum. She longed to escape her humdrum life. It means having no excitement, interest, or new and different events. The other word can be monotonous. Something that is boring because it involves the same thing again and again may be described as monotonous. The teacher's monotonous lecture almost put me to sleep. Other words that you can use are mundane, ho-hum, and dull. I hope you don't find this video humdrum or monotonous. So students, my other word is interesting. For interesting, instead of using this word interesting, you can use the word engrossing. This is when you are completely stuck inside something. Students, have you ever had that feeling when you have been so interested in a book that you are reading that you miss your bus stop? So engrossing means taking one's full attention. For example, an engrossing book, an engrossing tour, and sentence can be the engrossing performance of the dancers made it impossible for me to take my eyes off from them. The other word that you can use can be spellbinding. Spellbinding means completely holding one's attention. Example, spellbinding performance, a spellbinding story, and you can use this word in a sentence like, you will enjoy the movie's spellbinding ending. The other word that you can use for interesting is fascinating. Like fascinating book, fascinating people. It means extremely interesting. There are only two kinds of people who are really fascinating. People who know absolutely everything and people who know absolutely nothing. So the other word that you can use in for interesting can be spectacular. For example, spectacular restaurant, spectacular view, spectacular machine. Actually, it means something causing admiration. For example, the spectacular special effects transformed the simple screenplay into a super hit film. There are many other words for interesting like charismatic, breathtaking, enthralling, astonishing, overwhelming, awe-inspiring, etc. Students, last word for the day is happy. See, again, happy is not just a word but a significant expression. Many a time we say I'm happy because I won the match, I'm happy because I have got a new car, I'm happy for this, I'm happy for that. So instead of using this word happy, we can use other words also. First word is cheerful. Cheerful, when it is used when someone is visibly happy. When someone walks into the room and you can see it in the way he walks, what he says, and the massive smile on his face. And you can use this word in a sentence. For example, she looked cheerful on her wedding day. Someone is visibly happy. The other word can be exuberant. This is like cheerful only, but even stronger. So stronger than cheerful, exuberant. I was exuberant when my mother surprised me with concert tickets of my favorite singer. Now the other word can be elated. It is somewhere between happy and overjoyed. We were all elated to hear that we had won the match. And there are many idioms also to describe how happy you are. I have added only 2 idioms in this video. First is in seventh heaven. This expression is used to show the state of extreme happiness, to show that you are very happy about something. I was in my 7th heaven when I received my promotion letter. The other idiom that you can use to show your happiness is smile from ear to ear. This expression is used to show that you are very happy or pleased by smiling a lot. When that smile is visible on someone's face. He is smiling from ear to ear because he just bought a new car. She was grinning from ear to ear as she accepted the prize. So students, that's all for today. And if you all don't find this video monotonous, then use these simple yet different words just to add spark to your language. Thank you, students.